All right, let's call this meeting to order. Stacy, can you go ahead and give us a roll call?
Councilmember Little.
Here.
Councilmember Sander is absent this evening. Councilmember Budge.
Here.
Mayor Pulapati is absent this evening. Vice Mayor Gatewood.
Here. Can you please read the video recording and playback schedule?
The meeting of the Rancho Cordova City Council is recorded with the closed captioning. The recording will be cablecast on Metro Cable Channel 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast and Direct TV Uverse cable systems. The recording will also be video streamed at metro14live.saccounty.gov. Today's meeting will replay on Thursday, May 22nd at 6 p.m. and Sunday, May 25th at 9 a.m. on Metro Cable Channel 14. Once posted, the recording of this meeting will also be viewed on demand at youtube.com/Metro Cable 14 and on the City of Rancho Cordova's website.
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and have Jen Lorette come up here and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah. And everyone can keep standing, and we're going to have an invocation by Man Patel and Prayag Buddhaharjaba. Did I come close? Is that even close? I nailed it? All right, not even close, huh?
All right, please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can Man Patel and the other person come up to the front for prayer? Excellent.
Oh.
And I would love to know how you say your name. Your name is?
Manan Patel.
I nailed that one. And your name is?
Prayag Bardwaj.
Woo! I didn't even come close on that one. All right, guys. Let's do it.
Namaste, Madam Mayor, council members, city staff, and community members. My name is Manan Patel, and I'm a resident of this beautiful city of Rancho Cordova. On behalf of all the volunteers at BAPS Swaminarayan Hindu Temple here in Rancho Cordova, I would like to lead in a peace prayer. Harihi Om Dyohu Shantirantariksha Guhu Shantihi Prithavi Shantirapah Shantirogadayah Shantihi Vanaspatayah Shantir Vishve Devaha Shantir Brahma Shantihi Sarvagun Shantiredi Jato Yata Samihase Tato No Abhayam Kuru Shannah Guru Prajapyo Bhayanna Pashubhyah Vishwani Deva Suvitara Durita Niparasuva Jabrantanna Asuva Om Shantihi 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 Sushantir Bhavatu Sarvarishta Shantir Bhavatu.
My name is Prayag Bardwaj, and I'm also a resident of this beautiful city of Rancho Cordova, where my family calls home. I will now translate the prayer that was recited. May there be peace in the heavens, peace in the sky, peace on earth, peace in the waters, peace in the plants and herbs, peace in the trees and forests, peace among all the divine beings. May there be peace in the universe, peace in the Supreme Being, peace everywhere, true peace, and let that peace come to us. May all beings experience tranquility. May there be no fear from any directions. May all creatures live in peace and harmony without fear. O gods, may you remove all obstacles and difficulties, and may all that is good and auspicious come to us. Om, peace, peace, peace. May there be supreme peace, and may peace be everywhere, free from all troubles and dangers. We thank you again for allowing us this wonderful opportunity to recite the prayers. We extend a warm welcome to all the love to come visit our BAPS Hindu Temple for one of our big upcoming celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Nice job, guys. That was awesome. Most diverse city in Northern California. All right, so let's start off with presentations. And we're going to have it to, we'll start with someone that everybody knows, should know, the maker of the most famous steak sandwich in Rancho Cordova, Rob Borba. Rob. Everybody up. Come on, my 60 years of Cordova girls softball. Wow, look at everybody. Let's go. Aw. Hey.
Two parents on that. You can just hang one here and then hit the storm one. Oh, that's awesome. Why don't you take it on over there, guys? Uh-oh, we're having a storm. Be careful. Take it on over there. Clouds are disappearing. And Katie? Yep. There we go. Always beware of people bringing gifts, I guess. Okay, as you look at the picture above, that's our picture from opening day. We thank that to Rick Sloan and Lee Frechette for going up the ladder and taking that great picture. This is a plaque that I'll be providing to all the city councilmen this year once they're made. And so all these girls are somewhere in that photo. And I'm here today to really thank you for making our 60th year in this community very special. As you see here, we're displaying, one of the things we did for our 60th and was to have old school banner contest. And there's our winner there. The Storm took first place. And Rachel, the mom's here somewhere. Yeah, she's back there with her child. She had to lug that around to every game this year, and it was quite the effort watching her bring it in and put it on the fence. So really we had like 17 homemade banners, because nowadays everybody does the vinyl. And so we did this contest, the butterflies here from the T-ball division, the Storm from 10 and under. So it was really a lot of fun. But I'm here to thank this city for what I'm saying is a great place to live. This year, we had 1,000 people at our closing ceremonies yesterday at Mills and a barbecue, and it was just a 5-hour. Did we have fun, girls? Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. And so it was just an outstanding event, and that's what we're bringing to the community. We're bringing some fun to this community, and I'm here to tell you today that I got elected president again yesterday, so you get another year of me. 35 years in a row. Yeah, no, but if it wasn't for the support of this city, the volunteers that we have, I have probably 7 or 8 people on our board of directors that have no children in the league. And the dedication is motivated by your support of us. And there's no doubt that you supporting youth activities in this community is a priority, and it's paying off. This year was our greatest season ever in terms of numbers. We have a select division now. We have 72 girls that will be going to All-Stars. The first time we've had 6 teams into the summer league. They start practice tomorrow. We have our parent meeting tonight at 7 at Mills. But we've had the highest registration, the greatest opening day ever. I don't know, I was, mayor throughout the first pitch. David was there. Linda couldn't make it for the first time ever, and she missed a good one. And it was really
I RSVP'd and forgot about it.
Yeah, it was an awesome day. So
even the custodians at Mills, they were talking to me last week. The family that the family of our I like to say our leagues of family. And every day when you looked at our games and stuff, there were probably 30, 40 little siblings running around, playing amongst what is, I consider, a very safe environment out at Mills. And so it was, the custodians even said, I just love looking out here and seeing all the family. And that's what it was this year. It was outstanding. So I'm just here to thank you for you. And then I did want to thank one of our best organizations in this city, Cordova Community Council, for helping us with our opening day. Shelley Blanchard always providing the creative input. We know that. And Jason Harper, we're going to show his video in a couple minutes, okay? And then Lee Frechette with all the technical, because we had a 17-foot center in the center field video. It was just a great day, and thank God it didn't rain. We only had one rain out this year, and we made up those games. So, also, city councilman I would like to thank Randy K. Steffens for all of her support. She helped us judge, and so did Stacy Delaney. A lot of help that day. Rick Sloan, and I do want to emphasize the great partnership. We've been on the Folsom Cordova Mills campus for 59 years. And I want to emphasize that their relationship with us is very important. They treat us nicely. So I do want to thank the Folsom Cordova Unified School District for their support always. Eric threw out one of the first pitches this year, so that was an honor to have him there. But that is a relationship that I hope that we can become more positive with each other. We love where we're at. Katie, as she walked off yesterday, she goes, the energy of these fields is amazing. And it's the truth, because these kids come here, they don't know what they have yet until they go see someplace else, because we have the best in the region. So thank you very much.
So it's my understanding that Stacy Delaney organized an alumni party.
Oh, that's right. We started off Friday night before our opening day. We had an alumni party. It was great. We had an alumni party at Mountain Mike's, well attended by about 50 alumni, and which was, I felt, a success.
That's good.
Yeah, so we're going to continue that.
Great.
Yeah, now we're going to move into, you've never seen the Star of Cordova. This is our tournament that the first 2 weekends in June, we have tournaments. And this year we have like 70 teams coming. And this is a trophy, a perpetual trophy they win. The Star of Cordova started in 1999 when I was vice president the first year. And so I just got the trophy back yesterday from American River. And so this goes out in a couple weeks. So we're looking forward to a great summer. And then we start our fall season, which it looks like we're going to have about 10 teams, which is 3 more teams than we've ever had. So things are looking up in our sport. And so let's go ahead and play the video that Jason from Cordova Community Council made up.
60 years we've been keeping it strong, rooted in character where we belong. From Sacramento County we all came to ball, lacing up we answer the call. I've been waiting all day for Saturday riding in dirt, flying high. One big play can change the night. Fast pitch heat, we came to win. Cordova girls, let's do it again. I've been waiting all day for Saturday morning. The teams line up and the game's calling. Swinging for the fences, no time for stalling. That's why we're waiting all day for Saturday morning. And waiting all day for Saturday morning.
I forgot to say that Rick Sloan probably put about 20 hours into that because he's been our photographer, as you know, for the whole city for all these years. He helps with our memorial or memento red book every year. So big thanks to Rick for helping Jason with that. And so girls, what do we say? Thank you. All right, very nice. Thank you.
All right, before you leave, Linda, do you want to say anything? Linda, do you want to say anything before they leave?
No, just that you're right. You all are thanking us, but on the other hand, we have to thank you because you are part of the legend of Rancho Cordova. Agnes Budge was one of those cute little people, like that one with the red hair, about 21 or 2 years ago
I remember. Yeah.
in T-ball. So
I'm having fun and I love it. So
yeah,
So,
we appreciate you, Rick.
Rob, everything you do is amazing. It's between you and God rest his soul, Dennis LaMancha.
Yep.
It used to basically you've helped to make the baseball and softball amazing in our city,
Yep.
and I just think it's a blessing for you guys to be in our life. And thank you for all the little ones for sitting up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you guys want to straighten your hair out. You guys are looking great on TV right now, and thank you for everything you do for our city.
a lot of these girls are so tired they barely woke up today because they had 5 hours of water slide yesterday. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
All right, that's awesome.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it is.
Who wrote the song?
Joe
Rod?
Little.
Yeah, that was a robot.
Joe Little wrote that with his AI tools.
Rick, who wrote the song?
No, Jason put the words into an AI app, and it was created.
Yeah, we don't need anything anymore. AI is ruling the world.
AI is taking those.
All right, so I'd like to call on, so we're gonna have the Folsom Unified Community Schools presentation today. I'd like to call on Jen Lorette to give no, I'm just kidding, Jen, I apologize. Maddie, if you wouldn't mind coming up and no? Okay, Carla Davis. Excellent, come on out, Carla.
Good evening, council members, staff, community members, visitors. My name's Carla Davis, and I am a proud resident of the last 3 years of Rancho Cordova. Great place to be.
That's right.
And when I moved out here, I also, part of that decision was to work with Folsom Cordova Unified School District. And I was really excited about where the school district was going, and I wanted to be a part of it. So we appreciate the opportunity to share about our transformation today. Throughout the nation, test scores are most often directly connected to income level, not necessarily what's happening in the classroom. And we're not settling for data. That's not who we are. But we want to really work to shift and change our systems within our state structures to raise scores, and we know that we can't do that alone. I got the clicker. All right. Folsom and Cordova are two cities that make up one school district. But when I focus on our 17 schools in Rancho Cordova, almost 70% of our families qualify as low income, and also of our scholars throughout the district that are emergent bilingual, that speak multiple languages, are also close to that 70% mark. And in those 17 schools, we have early childhood education. Those are our online programs, so many different types of schools in that. So when we talk about this community school mindset and what that looks like, and one of the things that we're doing in terms of transformation, I just want to tell you a little bit about what that is. When we talk about community schools and community mindset, there's really one word that comes to mind the most, and that's relationships. Math and reading are absolutely 100% important, but so are who we are and what we do as people, as children, as families, as staff members. We know that having that relationship with our families and our scholars is most important, and we're really listening and learning what their needs are. Because without knowing the needs of our scholars, our families, we really cannot serve them well. And where's this all kind of coming from? Back in the pandemic, we had a lot of resources, we had a lot of needs, and we had a hard time bringing those together in some areas. But our schools being sort of that space that help to bridge the two is the idea. California also recognizes that the structures of schools that we have are not working as well in 2025 as they did multiple years ago. And also, if you think about it, anybody want to pick up a phone from 1972 and try to use that today? Probably not. You might be, I don't know. Maybe you think about our cars, what they were like 50 years ago. They're just not the same. And so those things have changed, but somehow our education system hasn't changed across the U.S. as much as some of those other things. So it's an opportunity to transform and update our schools. And California has dedicated a lot of money to help us do that. So we've written a lot of grants so that we can help get started and get moving in that way of thinking.
Hello, my name is Emma Falcon, and I've been a proud Rancho Cordova resident for 10 years. I work at Kenny High School, and I'm a community school leader. We are using the 4-pillar framework to support our scholars and our families. I want to share some examples of what community school looks like in our Rancho Cordova schools. We are elevating scholar voice and creating safe spaces for parents to have an honest dialogue. We have established partnerships with Sacramento Food Bank, and our families are benefiting from supplemental food sources. Our very own local Rancho Cordova Food Locker not only provides food resources, but also supports our scholars with snacks. As a community school leader, we connect families to various resources. We strive to make decisions that include all vested voices, such as administration, staff, scholars, and especially our families. We are working on making learning relevant to our scholars.
Good evening. I will have a video in just a minute, but I wanted to share a little bit. My name is Alicia. I've been a community schools leader here at Cordova Villa for the past 2 years, supporting staff and families at that school. As we mentioned, services and funding have provided us increased support and resources, but implementation of the COST system helps bring them all together. COST is our coordination of services team that works together to organize services with the goal of supporting the whole child with mental and physical health supports, behavioral support, academics, attendance, etc. COST support includes access to the mental health clinicians that we have at every Rancho Cordova school, a mobile medical clinic van that is at Cordova Lane Center every Thursday, doctors that come to our schools on periodic Saturdays to provide sports physicals for scholars that are looking to play sports at our schools. We also engage in home visits to learn more about families and what their needs are. And we also hold academic academies within our school sites to give an insight and support in areas like hands-off academies, civic academies, et cetera. So I'd love to show a little video to share more about what COST looks like at our schools.
I remember how it felt and the way people looked at me when I was making bad choices. And I can see the face and I can feel what I felt. Worthless, not valued.
We were seeing that in a lot of student support calls where the student would kind of blow out of the classroom. There were still some students where, even though I did everything I possibly could to teach them a squared plus b squared equals c squared, that student wasn't in the right space to be able to receive everything that I was trying to teach. There were things going on in their home life. There were needs that were not being met. And when you go into education, because you want to help and you want to inspire and you're doing everything you can and you know that what you're doing isn't enough, that is where this work comes in. The first year, it looked very different. We didn't have what we needed to support them in the way that they needed, so it turned into a bunch of bleeding hearts in a room that really cared, but we really felt like our hands were tied. Then year 2 with community schools, that was a big game changer. Our whole mindset shifted to what is just the next thing that we can offer the student. So we got really, really strategic.
Our school sites and as a school district, we've always had community partners. We've always come together to support needs in the community. As community schools have really come in, it's been a concentrated effort. So now there's a real focus. There's an outline with the 4 pillars of where we're going. We have 5-year plans at each of our school sites. So now it's really becoming everybody's responsibility.
COST stands for Coordination of Services Team. In our meeting, we have an administrator, we have a community schools facilitator, a behaviorist, we have our special education lead, we have mental health, we have instructional coaches, student support specialists, counselors, and having that person in the room be able to pair that need with that support for that student can be life-changing.
The decision making is shared. It's not your own. It's just really changing how we look at how we do things.
We have 2 incredible instructional coaches that have really taken the charge with our entire school to focus on literacy and has done a tier 3 reading intervention, and the data has gone from 5 of our subgroups being in the red on state testing for English and reading into every single one of those subgroups moving up into the orange because they're being strategic, they're being intentional, and they're targeting that need with a proven support, and it's working.
The success of any community school is nearly impossible without a form of collaboration, both among the decision makers who we naturally think of as, school leaders, but also more importantly as well is the parents, the family, the communities, the student.
Often school is done to kids, and with community schools, school is done with kids.
This is about mindset shift. It is about changing the way that we've always done things and ensuring that you are creating a system that does work for everyone, but more importantly, includes everyone. It is now built in
to the process and the day to ensure that we're connecting with families, we're meeting needs.
We're not afraid to make mistakes. We're not afraid to continue the work and change what's not working, fix what's not working, ask the questions. We're not afraid of families. We're not afraid to ask kids what they think, because they will be honest.
We're intentionally looking and listening with our scholars, and they're responding, and it feels good.
How do we focus the funding that we get for education into the things like this that we know work?
You are so important to this work. Your expertise, your knowledge, your ability to connect with students is so paramount. You could be the difference in that next step that's actually going to work for that student.
I feel so warm in my heart to see just the body language of the kid when he realizes that he or she has somebody that is listening and that cares.
Can I use this one too? Oh, that one's live. All right. Good evening. I'm Veronica Cruz Lane, a resident of Rancho Cordova of 30 plus years. I won't say the exact years. A proud parent of Cordova High School senior and 8th grade Mitchell scholar, and I'm a community schools leader at Mills Middle School. Chronic absenteeism at 8 out of 9 community school sites has decreased from 31.8% to 17.2% over the last 2 years since we began our journey. This is thanks to the partnerships and trust within our districts and systems. We are transitioning from a no district to we don't know how, but let us figure it out. As we move forward, we must work together across district agencies and our community to meet the needs of our families. We are working hard to make sure families are met with basic needs to help their scholars succeed in the classroom. Through collaborative leadership, we can align our efforts, build strong relationships, and I'd like to introduce our scholar, Estrella Martinez, an 8th grader at Mills Middle School.
My name is Estrella Martinez. I am an 8th grade scholar from Mills Middle School. I will be attending Cordova High School next year. During my 6th grade year, there was many fights or conflicts almost every week. Kids were having outbursts. But fast forward to my 8th grade year, we have been given more support and opportunities to show that we can persevere in school. Our standards have been raised. We sometimes make bad decisions, but at the end of the day, we are children and we all make mistakes. The violence at our school has been minimized, and mental health has developed into a very important issue at school. If a scholar is down, there are many more people to talk to so that they can help us. Students know where to go for help. Students went from not going to school because of disruptions to having a more developed and influential learning environment. It has helped us unite as a school and grow, and to not fight anymore. It has helped us connect more as a community.
Let's see if I get this clicker. Oh. We have a bold vision for the future, but then again, nothing about our city is ordinary. Have you seen our 4th of July fireworks? After all, we are an all-American city. As we work to transform our system with our deeper understanding, our learning is informing our actions. Together, we are building something powerful, and together, we will create a brighter future for all our scholars. Thank you for your time.
we'd like to leave you guys with a little gift. I can hand it to them, or I'm not sure who to give it to, but oh, I think there was another slide just with, no? Okay. Just kidding.
All right, thank you, guys. Public comment. Members of the public wishing to address the council for any matter not on the agenda may do so at this time by completing and submitting a speaker card to the city clerk. For items on the agenda, speakers will be called by the vice mayor at the point on these agenda when the items will be heard. Speakers are encouraged to keep theirs to 3 minutes or less and state the name and community of residence. Under the provision of the California Government Code, the city council is prohibited from discussing or taking immediate action on any items on the agenda unless it is deemed demonstrated of an emergency nature or a need immediate action arose after the posting of the agenda. Stacey, do we have any public comment cards?
Yes, we will start with, let me make sure I get this correct. Sania Gaswella
Nice.
and Omika Patel. You'll have up to 3 minutes. There's a clock at the podium, just so that you can see that. It's actually down right below you. And it's my understanding that you wanted 3 minutes together. Is that correct? Or you want 3 minutes each?
3 minutes each.
Okay, so I'm going to let you go first, and you'll have up to 3 minutes, and then you may go second, and you'll have up to 3 minutes.
Good evening, council members, city staff, and members of the Rancho Cordova community. My name is Sunny Kaswala, and on behalf of the BAPS Charities, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight and share a little about who we are and what we do, both globally and right here in Sacramento. BAPS Charities is a volunteer-driven international nonprofit operating in 9 countries across 5 continents.
Thanks.
Guided by our motto, the spirit of service, and symbolized by a flame resting in a crucible, our work centers around 5 key areas: health awareness, educational services, humanitarian relief, environmental protection, and community empowerment. Through initiatives like walkathons, health fairs, and educational programs, we empower individuals to serve others while building a stronger community. Right here in the Rancho Cordova area, our dedicated volunteers lead several local initiatives, including free health fairs and awareness seminars, children's health and safety days, college prep and career seminars, annual food drives in partnership with Seva Diwali, COVID-19 vaccine clinics with Remedy RX, and blood donation drives with IAS, Annapurna Foundation, and Vitalant Labs. We were also proud to support California North State University with COVID-19 relief funding, assisting their efforts to vaccinate our local communities. Finally, our volunteers live, work, and raise their families in this community, and we're deeply committed to giving back in every way we can. Thank you.
Nice job.
Good evening once again, Vice Mayor, council members, city staff, and community members. My name is Umika Patel, and I'm honored to extend a warm invitation on behalf of BAPS Charities to each of you to join us for our upcoming annual BAPS Charities Walkathon. This event is a vibrant tapestry woven with the threads of unity, service, and shared commitment to make a tangible difference in the lives of others. This is more than just a walk or run. It's an opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals, forge new friendships, and experience profound satisfactions of collective action. Day is Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Time is 9 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. Location is Stone Creek Park in Rancho Cordova. Come be part of this community event where you will get to receive a commemorative event t-shirt, enjoy a yoga and stretching session, and enjoy refreshments and a light lunch. This event is more than just a walk. It's a celebration of community spirit and collective service. Each step taken helps support critical causes like blood drives, disaster relief efforts, and public health awareness initiatives. locally and globally. In the spirit of service, Walk in 2025 is a fun, family-friendly day focused on health, connection, and giving back. We hope you accept our warm invitation to seize a wonderful chance for this beacon of hope and collectively contribute to something meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you. That was really lovely. I would recommend when we have two speakers from the same organization that we allow one person from the organization to speak. It just seems kind of like a loophole around the 3-minute thing. You're not elected, so that could be abused by someone who's not well-intentioned, like our lovely ladies.
The next speaker is Anish. Anish, if you'd like to come forward.
Good evening, esteemed Mayor and Council members, and Namaste. My name is Anish, and I am a resident of Citrus Heights. Today, with a heavy heart, I am here to share the horrific terrorist attack that occurred on April 22nd, 2025 in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, India. The brutal assault claimed the lives of at least 26 innocent civilians, most of them Indian tourists, and left over 20 others grievously injured. According to the local sources and eyewitnesses, the terrorist affiliated with the Resistance Front TRF, a proxy of the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, targeted non-Muslim individuals, allegedly singling them out based on their religion. Victims were reportedly forced to prove their religious affiliation, and those unable to recite Islamic verses or comply with the militants' demands were executed in cold blood. This despicable act of religiously motivated violence has shocked the conscience of people worldwide. This attack occurred during the official visit of US Vice President J.D. Vance to India, a visit aimed at strengthening ties between two democracies. The timing of this attack underscores the persistent threat posed by the terrorism in the region and the need for a united international front against such extremism. We respectfully urge you to issue a strong and unequivocal condemnation of this attack and call for accountability for those responsible. Your voice matters in affirming our shared commitment to human rights, religious freedom, and the fight against terrorism. We also request the United States use its diplomatic channels to support India in bringing the perpetrators to justice and to demand the nations harboring and supporting terrorist activities. The world condemned this barbaric act of terrorism and were backed with vigils and social media messages. In Sacramento, California, on Sunday, the 27th of April 2025 at 5 p.m., around 125 members of the Sacramento community gathered at the state capitol's West Lawn for a vigil to honor victims of the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu Kashmir, India. Elected officials and leaders from Hindu American organizations joined the event, which was marked by silence, unity, and shared grief. Demands were made for decisive actions to be taken following the barbaric terrorist attack. Attendees maintained silence and decorum throughout the event, reflecting the gravity of the occasion. India launched Operation Sindoor on May 7, 2025, targeting terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan, Pak-occupied Kashmir. This was a response to a deadly terror attack. Operation details: our armed forces carried out precision strikes on 9 locations in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir, killing over 100 terrorists. The operation targeted terror groups, including Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. The strikes hit locations in Pakistan-administered Kashmir and the eastern Punjab province, including the headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Bawalpur and Lashkar-e-Taiba. There were 100 terrorists killed. India maintains that its actions were focused, measured, and non-escalatory, targeting only terrorist infrastructure and not military facilities. Thank you for allowing me to share about this tragic incident. By learning about this, we can all reflect on the importance of unity and work toward to build a brighter future for our city. Namaste again. Thank you.
Next speaker is Abel Yamin.
Hello. So my name is Abel. So my brother recently moved into Rancho like maybe a year or two ago. Is it good?
We're going to raise it up to you.
Thank you.
Hold on a second. We got you.
And I'm going to start your time again.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Good. Yeah, my brother recently moved into the neighborhood like year or two ago over in Lagarto Way. It's a new neighborhood being built. I just briefly wanted to address real quick. The park is named and dubbed Gold Rush Park, and there's a couple like brief like information things on there when you go visit to the park, kind of highlighting the history, but not really going over the fact that Gold Rush was a mass genocidal event for the Nisenan people here in Sacramento. So I just wanted to address that because that's not really something I saw covered in like the little descriptions and little tablets they had all across the park. So yeah.
All right, thank you.
Next speaker is Helen Whalen Bashaw.
It's Helen. Come on, Helen. Hello.
I am Helen Bashaw. I decided to talk because the citizens each are allowed 3 minutes. To say one group should only get 3 minutes is denying the right to free speech, which is the opening 3 minutes of this.
But they came here as an organization. What if every single one of them took 3 minutes?
We've done it, but see, that's not right. Are they paid by an organization? Are they chartered by an organization? You're being confrontation because you don't want your time taken up. Every citizen has a right to speak their mind. They're given 3 minutes. And in some cases, 3 minutes is not enough. I just think it's the Stone Creek would never have gotten through if they were only allowed 3 minutes because they had people
They're not
touching
coming
off.
from a registered nonprofit.
I'm sorry to say, each person, are they part of the chamber? Are they part of the board of in charge of the organization? They are minors and they're not part of the organization as themselves. They're in that they're not holding a position that makes rules and things like that. That is why I believe 3 minutes is 3 minutes. Every citizen has a right to say things without confrontation, and that's a violation of the Brown Act. You know that as an attorney,
It's not
correct?
because it's not active business.
Because
And
you're
also, other
challenging me.
jurisdictions
You're
allow
challenging
2
me.
minutes.
You're challenging
We do you a
me
favor
to
by
this
giving
time.
you 3.
No.
All right.
I
Let her
want
finish,
my
Jeff.
minutes back. Confrontation, I want it addressed. The other thing I want to bring up is several years ago, I brought up to the city of Rancho Cordova that the 16-foot easement that goes between the Rod Beaudry house and the Tiffany Farms subdivision was for pedestrians only. After I had numerous problems with the Barbara Cass turning her horse on me for coming up that, the city graciously gave us a no horse ordinance sign. That sign is useless. I never could call in anybody because they said there is no ordinance in Rancho Cordova that says horses can't be on pedestrian easements. I want the city to change it. I've been to Micah a few times. I went to Cyrus. To date, nothing happened. The only way those horses left is she turned them on me a final time and I threatened to sue Micah if I was injured by those horses. They were gone within the week. So that's my next thing. Thank you.
The next speaker is James Garcia.
James.
Hello, I'm James Garcia, resident of Stone Creek and also registered member of the nonprofit Stone Creek Residents for Smart Growth. We did come before, and if we were limited to 3 minutes, we never would have been able to have any effort to stop warehouses.
You have all of
and
our
every other
emails
ordinance.
and our phone numbers. You just don't need to come up here and take all this time all the time.
We did. We needed to. There were so many opportunities to be able to have met with people, and it was ignored. Following state law was not followed in a lot of cases. We did not have development agreements follow state law. It was an illegal development agreement that went beyond the 15 years maximum allowed by state law. It went over 20 years. So once again, if we did not have our experts in air quality, science, everything else, it would have been passed on a whim. There were so many violations that were happening. So yes, organizations do need to have more than 3 minutes because we don't get to be on the agenda as an official agenda person. Presentations took more than 3 minutes here just to do a softball and the students.
And I don't think we
Well-deserved
should be
for
doing
them.
those either, because
No.
not a single council member asked for one.
No, there's a lot of people that like it. The community likes to have things. So I know you don't always like things that are going on in this council. A lot of the public doesn't like what's going on in the council. But we do have our time. We're also not supposed to be interrupted. We're not supposed to be bantered back and forth. That was a big thing that was going on with other council members in the past. And they got upset with us anytime we would say anything afterwards, and we can't rebuke them afterwards. We have 3 minutes, one time, that's it. You guys get to talk all you want. That's not right, but this is the law. That's how it works. So 3 minutes. Thank you.
In addition to the public comment that we've heard, we've had 3 individuals submit public comment via email. Those have been distributed to the city council. Those have been placed on the city's website, and they have been printed in a binder in the back of the council chambers. Those came from the following 3 individuals: Sapita Samadi, Katya White, and Sarah Morrison Phillips. Thank you. That's all the public comment we have, Vice Mayor Gatewood.
Excellent. Let's move on. Council reports. Joe, what you got?
Not a whole lot. Was at AM Win Saturday for their Mayfair, and they're really happy that the city is ending a cycle, forgetting about them, and coming back to the fold. So they're stoked to have a champion for them, and I'm happy to be that champion.
It's nice. Are we getting ready to put some amazing facility on there? Start with water. All right, Linda, what you got?
Well, it's actually been almost a month since we met, and this has been a remarkably busy month. So Safeway did a grand opening, which was a lot of fun. On the morning of the 3rd of May, there was a huge Korean cultural festival at KP Market. They were so blessed to, I mean, not only did they have a tremendous amount of performances and whatnot, but they, Mona Lee did a great job in getting the Consul General from San Francisco to come up, and Senator Stephen Choi, who represents the 37th District, which is actually down in Anaheim, and there were a lot of other dignitaries there. I have been to 2 concerts. One of them was Waterworks by the River City Concert Band. This was a terrific concert. They played a lot of highbrow, a lot of lowbrow. Handel's water music, which is the reason I like French horns. And then the other one was just Sunday or Saturday afternoon. The orchestra played over at the Performing Arts Center also. And it was supposed to be focused on Beethoven, but in addition to Beethoven, they did Finlandia by Jan Sibelius, which I don't know how many hymn books it appears in, but it certainly was in the hymn book at the Protestant chapel. And Finlandia is marvelous. It's a hymn. Part of it's a hymn. Regional Transits had 2 meetings, and the most important thing about the meetings is the fact that they are actively looking for dollars to construct the Horn Road Station, and I know that our Public Works Department is supporting them in that effort. We had a great budget workshop here with a lot of different information and aspirations. Folsom Cordova had their educator awards, and we went because one of my daughters-in-law was actually recognized in that, so that was cool. Attended the memorial service for the late wife of our former city manager. The International Festival was an absolute hoot. I hope everybody out there was able to attend. Our Assemblymember Josh Hoover spoke at Cordova Community Council last Friday. This morning we did the SBTC JPA, which is a funny acronym for the transportation corridor from 65th Street all the way to Placerville. And if anybody has not been getting the ads, our brand-new senior residence, Bear Hollow, is now open, and they are doing tours. And so far, everything they have done has been a date that we've actually had a meeting here, and so nobody's been able to attend. But Anise and I are going over to tour it in a couple of days. And I think that's it.
Thank you, Linda.
I told you, it's been almost a month.
You
Incredibly
got a lot.
busy month.
That's a lot. All right, Assistant Manager, what you got? No, go ahead.
Thank you, Vice Mayor and Council. I just wanted to first make remarks regarding our appreciation for your continued support on service days this last Saturday. Some of the folks, our staff, volunteer their day before the sun was up and spent pretty much all day there. There was a lot of support, over 300 people, from obviously the staff, volunteering, our community partners, community as a whole, a lot of our sponsors. And again, just to thank you as council for your continued support for the second annual service day. It was just a great success. I'm sure the staff's working up some pictures in the future to be shown about the great success many of these 16 projects have shown. So I just wanted to make that comment. Thank you.
All right, great. All right, we're going to go on to consent calendar. Consent calendar items consist of matters deemed routine and non-controversial by staff unless a member of the council wishes to pull an item or individual consideration. All items may be approved in one motion. Council, is there any of these you'd like to pull? Seeing none. Clerk, do you have any public comment?
We do not have any public comment for items on the consent calendar.
Excellent.
Hearing none, I will move items 9.1 through 9.9.
Do I have a second? That's not me.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Excellent.
I mean, why don't you think some of our friends didn't show up tonight, including our city manager? This is a nothing burger meeting.
Roll call.
Councilmember Little,
Yes.
Councilmember Budge,
Yes.
Councilmember Sander is absent, Mayor Pulapati is absent, Vice Mayor Gatewood.
Yes. All right, let's move on to consent calendar. Consent calendar. Oh, public hearing items. Okay. But that's not the right thing to say. So I don't have my public hearing item thing. So do you have the verbiage?
Top of page 5.
Oh wow. Okay. There we go. No, that's consent calendar items.
That's where we are.
We just did consent calendar items.
10.1,
Sorry,
consent point of public hearing.
Yeah, but usually there's,
you're correct.
I don't have my stuff. Can
it's-
someone read it?
Yes, it's not the right language.
Stacy, can you go ahead and read that, please?
Yes, just a
I
minute.
haven't memorized that yet. Joe, you'll have to memorize all these things. This is the consent public hearing item. Go ahead, Stacy.
Just a moment.
All right.
Do you have it memorized?
Do you have it memorized?
Consent public hearing items.
No, not consent, the public hearing.
Consent public hearing items can be approved without a staff report if there's no public comment and nobody has any questions.
All right. Is that good enough, Stacy? No. You're looking. My lawyer, can I just roll with that? Is that good enough?
Yes.
All right. Excellent.
Do we
All
have
right.
any
Do we
public
have
comment?
any? Do we have any? Do I? Is it? It's a case. So I got to open it, right?
You,
Yes.
We'll go ahead and open it. Do we have any public comment?
So can I read the language one more time?
Go for it.
Thank you. Consent public hearing items consist of matters deemed routine and non-controversial by staff. Unless a member of the council wishes to pull an item for individual consideration, an item will be approved by one motion. Vice Mayor Gatewood, you opened the public hearing.
I've opened up the public hearing. Do we have any public comment?
We do not have any public comment.
Can I ask? I thought we had a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, we're on 10.1. Sorry. Thank you.
All right, we have a question. Come on up.
We do have public comment.
Excellent. Helen?
We have public comment from two individuals, Helen Whalen Bashaw and James Garcia.
Got it. Helen?
I see that this is another attempt to change the Folsom Boulevard plan. I don't see why 1,000 feet between thrift stores is an issue, considering I only know one on Folsom Boulevard after the Salvation Army left. I'm wondering if this is being changed to meet somebody else's request to move in. What I would like to say about the Folsom Boulevard plan is when it was established, one particular property was added to it. It was the 41-acre property that was on it. You don't include 41 acres of a property in a Folsom Boulevard plan. I was under the impression when the auto mechanic wanted to expand his business on that L-shaped lot that the Folsom Boulevard plan only covered so many feet into the plan. When we wanted to add in, deal with Mills Crossing, we're looking at modifying the Folsom Boulevard plan. So are we modifying the Folsom Boulevard plan for personal benefit of maybe somebody you know, or is it in the best interest of the community that we modify it? I know it
Read
was
the packet you would have saw we're legally required by the legislature to allow
all
the
right.
thrift stores.
Fifth time today he's spoken during somebody's time to speak.
Well, I did the
went
reading.
this-
You
I
didn't.
went the
I did
city-
the reading.
I went the city. You're blocking my time. I expect Garrett. I expect you as the vice mayor to address this issue. Fifth time tonight. It should be publicly made aware. This and the last comment he made was pretty poor as to why the two key people didn't show up. I think you need to go back and look at it. Really puts you as a council on the as bad. And it also doesn't help when two of the people of the council are sitting having a sidebar, whether it be the attorney and the one of the council people. We're talking about professionalism. People don't like to come up here and get caught out because we can't come back when you make comments about our comments or catcall, when you make comments about our comments where you're misleading or you're coming back at us. Thank you.
Mr. Vice Mayor?
Yes.
So,
Go ahead, Linda.
just verifying what I thought we adopted back with the Folsom Boulevard specific plan.
Yes.
It is not a straight line. Don't forget that in the 260 parcels between Rod Beaudry and McGregor, we have only like 7 that are any bigger than like 50 feet deep. So the specific plan is a zoning boundary. It is not a straight parcel line. Because otherwise you're right, or otherwise Helen's right. It would cut the Fawn property in half. It would cut Mills Center in half. It would cut the Walmart Safeway Center in half. Because those are two or three of the only properties we have that are actually deeper than like 50 or 100 feet. And so it's not a straight line. So there may be some question about what the what the individual half a dozen changes are, but it's not something that, that should be treated as bifurcating parts of our properties, parts of the properties along Folsom Boulevard.
That makes sense. Next.
We have an additional public comment, James Garcia.
Hello, James Garcia again, resident of Stone Creek. I also just had some questions on it about the thrift stores, again, having a 1,000-foot buffer. It looks like it is a state regulation, but are there other regulations that we're going to be now addressing in this Folsom Pacific plan, or are we only dealing with one specific item that may have changed? So just curious on that. Again, with that specific plan being modified, is that really entailing part of the TrueMark property there? Because that is part of the specific plan, but only portion of it? Is that what we're looking at? So when you have to give consideration to a project over there, would that mean you are having to check multiple different zonings and regulations? Then also the expansion of automotive repair shops. Is that going to be something that we can do in the future here? Because part of it is covered under the Folsom specific plan and others are not. And other additional areas of we seem to modify all the time when it meets our needs. Mills Crossing is going to be coming up for a potential modification to be able to meet our needs for that. So just curious as to the timing of when things get modified. Looks like we modified for digital billboards back over at the mine shaft a while back to change signs there. We're supposed to be having the additional convention overlay, which we don't have any properties that can actually build a convention. So just kind of curious as to how we're going to readdress that. Hopefully that can be done under our general plan that we're going to be doing here. So, but just curious on if we can expand other things and not just go piecemeal one at a time. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Vice Mayor Gatewood, that's all the public comment I have for that item.
Excellent. I'm going to close the public hearing item. And I'm going to ask for a motion.
Move approval of item 10.1.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have a roll call?
Actually, I want to waive the first reading and introduce the ordinance.
Now do roll call? Roll call.
Yeah.
Yep, I voted. I second it.
Roll call.
I'm asking Palmer if that's all okay.
Can I get clarification? Are you seconding
The motion to waive the first
to
reading.
waive the
and to
first
do-
reading? Okay,
To do the ordinance, because it's going to clog up a future meeting, and it's something the law is making us do.
got it. Okay, that's fine.
That's the process.
Thank you for the clarification. Councilmember Little.
Yes.
Councilmember Budge.
Yes.
Councilmember Sander is absent. Mayor Pulapati is absent. Vice Mayor Gatewood.
Yep. All right, moving on to public hearing items. And Stacy, can you go ahead and announce the subject of the item?
Yes. Compliance with new legal obligations. Public hearing on the City of Rancho Cordova's vacancies, recruitment and retention efforts, Assembly Bill 2561, Government Code Section 3502.3.
All right. Go ahead and have us.
Good evening, Vice Mayor and Council. Brenda Roach, Human Resources Manager with the city. And I'm here this evening to present a public hearing in compliance with Assembly Bill 2561. The purpose of our hearing today is to report on our 2024 job vacancies, review our recruitment and retention efforts, identify potential hiring obstacles, and to provide transparency to the public and City Council. So I'd like to give you an overview of the bill. It was signed into law on September 22nd, 2024, and became effective on January 1st, 2025. The bill amends the Myers-Milius-Brown Act, which is a state law that governs labor relations between public agencies and their employees in California. The primary focus of the bill is to address the widespread problems of vacancies in the public sector. When positions remain vacant, remaining employees are often required to take on additional responsibilities that cause burnout, low morale, increased turnover, and ultimately a decline in public services. The legislature recognizes the vacant positions hurt both the services that residents rely upon and the working relationships between public agencies and their employees. Thus, keeping every public agency properly staffed is an issue of statewide importance. Annually, prior to the budget adoption, every public agency must hold a public meeting and report on their staff vacancies, as well as recruitment and retention efforts. This ensures staffing concerns are addressed before financial decisions are made. And lastly, the law provides bargaining units the opportunity to present their point of view on vacancies and staffing issues. However, we do not have any bargaining agents here in the city, so it doesn't apply to us. So now I'd like to review our 2024 calendar year vacancy information. In January, we opened the year with 122 full-time equivalent positions and closed it with 127 positions. The chart shows a month by month from January to December how many of those positions remain unfilled. And the percent of vacancies describes those open positions as a percentage of the total full-time equivalents. Our vacancy rate has ranged from a high of 11% to a low of 6%. And on average, we have an 8% vacancy rate for the calendar year, which is a healthy level for a growing organization like ours. A vacancy is created when a new position is approved. There's internal movement such as transfers or promotions, or an employee leaves an organization such as a resignation, a termination, or an involuntary separation. So just in comparison, the state of California has had vacancy rates consistently above 20% for the past 20 years. And as of February 2024, the state agency reported a vacancy rate of 20%. For context, the city of Roseville reported last month their overall vacancy rate was 7%, which is very similar to ours. And as this is a new law, I am anxiously awaiting to learn the vacancy rates of our other local agencies in the area. So now I just want to give you a quick overview on our recruitment process. So a vacancy is created, and that's through things like the new position or separation. And then once we have a vacancy, we open a requisition. And a lot of times we're trying to fill the requisition before a person actually leaves. So if we know if a person is retiring or they've turned in their resignation, we're trying to open that job position sooner so we can fill those vacancies quicker. Once the requisition is open, we post our job and do our outreach efforts to various external job boards. Once our job posting closes, we review all the applicants that have applied, assessing their qualifications, skills, and experience to provide the best list of applicants to move forward in the interview process. For our candidate interviews, we generally hold 2 interviews. The first round includes an outside panel member that reviews the knowledge, skills, and abilities of all of the applicants. An outside panel member is a subject matter expert and is not an employee of the city. After the first round is complete, we narrow the applicant pool down to the top 2 to 3 applicants, and we then schedule our department interviews to assess the cultural fit of the candidates. At times, we have streamlined the interview process to combine both the first and second interviews into one interview to streamline the process. Once a top candidate is identified, we provide them with a conditional job offer. And once we receive a signed conditional job offer, we then move forward with our pre-employment process, which includes fingerprinting, physicals, and drug testing pending on the job type. Once we have successful completion of the pre-employment process, we then move forward with job placement, and that individual starts their work at the city. Now I'd like to turn the focus of our presentation to our recruitment and retention efforts. These strategies define how we attract top talent and retain the talented staff that we currently have here at the city. So efficient recruitment processes. So post-COVID, we really have streamlined our interviewing process for greater efficiency and convenience. Most of our first round interviews now are conducted online via Microsoft Teams. And this is to make our process quicker and more flexible for both the candidates and the panelists. Additionally, candidates can self-schedule on our applicant tracking platform, which again, based on their availability, helps increase or reduce the recruitment timeframes. And this allows candidates no longer to have to take a full day off work or a half day off work to participate in interviews. And also staff can participate in these interviews remotely, so it ensures a timely recruitment process. Competitive salaries and benefits. So annually, we conduct a comprehensive salary survey to ensure the city's benefits package remained competitive and to continue to help us attract and retain our staff. Work-life balance. So we offer flexible schedules here at the city. We have 410s, we have 9 880s, and we offer a hybrid model that allows employees to work up to 2 days a week remote, depending on their position with the city. This flexibility is a key tool to help us with both our recruitment and our retention efforts. The HR department also partners with our employee assistance provider and our benefits provider to schedule free training and offer resources on critical topics like financial wellness and mental health. And this is to ensure that the well-being of our staff is really our top priority. Promotional opportunities. So in 2024, we proudly processed 20 promotions, reflecting our strong commitment to fostering career growth and development within our staff. Employee recognition programs. We take pride in recognizing our staff's hard work and accomplishments through public acknowledgement. And we do this in department meetings. We do this on our intranet. We do this in our city manager huddles. We do this when we recognize new staff here at the city. We do it in a variety of ways. And additionally, we celebrate significant milestones with Years of Service awards, honoring long-term contributions and dedications by our team members. And lastly, positive work culture. So each year we conduct an employee engagement survey to gather valuable feedback from our staff to understand how we can improve upon our workplace culture. And we use that information to make measurable changes. And then also we offer our staff multiple professional development opportunities that align with our staff needs and our organization's needs. So this new law asks the city to determine if there's any obstacles within our hiring process. And while no internal obstacles have been identified, there have been some external workforce and market challenges that have impacted our recruitment process. So one is a limited pool of qualified applicants for specialized positions, and this is specific to engineers and traffic engineers. They seem to be a unicorn. And this is a market-wide issue. This is not something specific to the city, so that's just something that we're dealing with as well as others. Remote work expectations. While we do offer a flexible work schedules here at the city, we are running into some instances where some of our candidates really want to work 100% of the time remote. So there's some situations that we've had to deal with in that category. And then lastly, we just have local agency competition. So neighboring cities are offering competitive incentives and promotional opportunities, making it a challenge for us to retain some of our skilled professionals. And as we look forward to 2025, I just want to say the city is in a really great place. We're going to continue to maintain competitive salaries and comprehensive benefits. We're going to continue to refine and broaden our recruitment outreach efforts. And we're going to continuously monitor workforce trends to make sure that we can address our recruitment and our retention strategies as necessary. And so with that, I would like to open if there's any questions.
Do you have questions?
Well, I don't have a question, but I do have a couple of comments. You're right. The engineering field for at least 20 years has been extremely competitive, and every jurisdiction and every private sector employer is looking for the best engineers and who can snag who away from whom, that kind of thing. Losing our people here has always been bittersweet because of the really great training and support that they get here. We get our people, we train, it's like they say, train up a child in the way it should go. And because they are so talented, then they get snagged away to other even higher positions in other jurisdictions. And we've lost people to the Bay Area, we've lost people to Placer County, and it's always bittersweet. You have to be proud of them for what they've accomplished and how much they've done, but it's always sad to see them go. So.
This is not a hearing, though. This is just informational.
This is a public hearing.
But do you have something you need?
It's just for informational purposes only. We're required to provide this information in a public hearing format.
Got it. Okay. Any public comment?
Can you open the public hearing?
Open public comment. Open the public hearing. Any public comment?
We do have a public comment. James Garcia.
James, come on up.
Great. James Garcia, resident of Stone Creek. I just wanted to kind of say, well, I do appreciate that the city is trying to look forward to a better succession planning, cross-training opportunity to keep our employees. I looked on the website and you only have one job posting, so that's actually a good thing. I'm sure you have some behind-the-scenes back-end work that you want that are non-full-time possibly, but that's a good sign that we don't need to have as many people. But really just hope that we are doing a lot more of that succession planning, because I do recall we've had several people retire recently and they came back after and getting a waiver to be able to come back and work for the city. So hopefully you're not having to do that anymore, because again, I know people want to retire and stay retired, so but it's kind of hard to do, and giving them that work-life balance. So I know the remote work life is a little harder, especially nowadays with so many people trying to work full-time from home, but certain positions just can't do it. So I'm glad that you at least offer some. So hopefully we do get that recruitment and keep people here at the city, because there definitely is a need. So thanks.
Thank you. Any other?
That's all the public comment we have.
Great. I'll close the public hearing. And
we also might congratulate the city manager and his staff, simply because other new cities around here have grown city staffs dramatically, and it's created some financial headaches. We are still very lean in terms of full-time staff. But when you look at the amount that we're able to do with all of our really well-trained and very dedicated people, we could be a model. I mean, there are other cities around here who, have upwards of, going on 500 people on staff now. And that's an awful lot of overhead.
Great. So, is there a motion?
Go ahead.
No motion is needed here. It's just to have the presentation.
All right.
Thank you to our legislature for making us have a union-required presentation when we don't have unions. I really appreciate it.
All right. So I did close it, and then you talked. We got this. All right, moving on. We're nailing it. Fastest meeting to clock it. Joe, fastest meeting. I'm almost done.
Not even close to the shortest one I've had here.
Oh, stop it.
Like I said, they always find a way.
All right, no regular calendar items and requests for future agenda items. I think it's time that we as a council look at how our meetings are done and how they're staged. And I would like to get at least another vote so we at least can talk about it. I think it's time. We've been doing this a long time, about almost 20 plus years. And I think it's time that we, maybe we move stuff to certain things, account on maybe the people that bring their paid staff here and move them up and kind of change how the meeting is held in general. And can I get a second on that?
Yeah, second it, definitely.
All right.
Or the alternative is raise our salaries.
Yeah.
Which is never going to happen. So yes, second.
Okay, excellent. And I'm going to go ahead. Do we have something you want to adjourn the meeting in? Well, that's great. Everyone have a great day. Meeting adjourned.